Hey guys, Anthropture of the Bloody Point. So this video is about something that I'd been meaning to investigate for some time. I had searched online and seen references to various things, but couldn't really get any solid information. And as you can see there, this is about the crystals that the Gigantrite space whale drops. As you saw there, it did a little wiggle and made a sound and dropped these bright light things onto the ground. I've never seen them on the ground or seen what they look like. And if you look to the top right of the screen, you'll notice that I get here just a bit too late. But you can see someone just harvested one. There's that kind of like purplish blue, purple crystal there that was just disappearing. So this is what I'm looking for. I want to see how the mechanic works, what exactly it drops, if there's any variability, does it always drop the same crystal? I had read online that it's supposed to drop different crystals, but that it seems only to be dropping one type. So I want to get some data on this myself. I'm chasing the whale here on the ground. Surprisingly, you can actually keep up with it pretty well, depending on your movement speed and how much you're being interrupted. And my goal here is to hopefully be under it or near under it when it drops those crystals, so I can get a good look at them. I don't know if people actually farm these, if it's worth it or not. I've seen references that it's not worth it, and certainly, if you have to chase this thing around, it's probably not a good use of time. But we're doing this for, scientific purposes, I suppose, to see exactly what's what. Now, the whale, of course, does other things. It transports you around the map. It's one of the ways to get on, I think it's Saradama Island, the reptile or lizard island. The whale's path across the map, it's not always the same. I believe originally it used to be, but now it's definitely different. And that means that getting onto the whale, depending on where you want to go, you have to be aware of its path early, because it only intersects with locations you can be higher than it in only a few spots. So that's something that you need to be aware of. Presumably, if the starting point is the same, then that's an indicator of what route it's going to be taking, and then you can, plan accordingly. So here I kind of got cut off by this mountain here. Oh well, okay, I'll take advantage of that. But yeah, it's difficult to follow these things on land. You can kind of see on the map what waypoints it's going near, and you can plan accordingly. So what I'm going to do is teleport in front of it. This, of course, uses up Solent. It's a gold sink, I suppose. But yeah, okay. Let's see, where is he? Is it a he or is it she? Do we know? I don't know. I don't want to misgender the space whale. All right. So my inventory is full, so this is a problem. I'm going to have to abort this particular attempt, because if I get anything, I'm going to run into trouble. So let's skip to a different attempt. Now I'm prepared to get onto the whale. My thinking here is that I can watch from above for when it drops the crystals and have a better chance of getting to them, to where they actually are, and hopefully before someone else grabs them. No matter how many times I see this thing, it's still very, very cool. I know other games have flying things like airships or whatnot, but just the aesthetics of this and the implementation is just so perfect. They did a really great job. In fact, I'd like to see this kind of thing used more often and integrated into different forms of gameplay. Picture like a Boon or Riftstone style PvP fight, but on a creature like this. where knocking people off, would take them out of the fight type of thing. It would be quite something. Or have two of these near each other, traveling parallel, and you could fight back and forth across them. Because you could do it so that one goes higher than the other and lower, so you could fly to one and then fly to the other, etc., etc. A lot of cool ways you could use this. Once you have something great like this in the game, there's a lot of different ways you could use it. Okay, so we're going to try and watch for when he does his little wiggle. Now, I hadn't seen these before, but there are these nodes. I don't recall them being there the last time I was on this thing. But it requires a currency or some kind of material to be able to interact with it. I guess you harvest it. I do not know at this time what that is. So that's interesting. Yeah, there's another one. Same thing. Don't have any of those. Yeah. Anything else? No. Alright, well, let's pick a spot somewhere where we can kind of see below us and get down quickly enough. Okay, I think this is a good spot. We kind of decided. And of course, there we go. Okay, so we're well positioned. I'm looking. I don't see any purple crystal thingies. Don't know exactly what they look like, but I would imagine that they would be pretty obvious. Don't see them. Okay, well, I was like right on top of it. Let's see, where's he gone? Alright, well, I'm going to mark the location of the drop. I suppose what you could do, I'm assuming that they, for every individual path, it's scripted to do the drop of the crystals at the same location. So I suppose you could make a map of that and just sit there and wait for that route as it comes over. That may not be the case, though. It might not be that precise. Maybe it's some RNG. Don't know. Let's see. Yeah, he's about to be over the water, and that's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to catch anything there. It's very cool, though. So yeah, he does make. There's an audible cue, a particular sound that the whale makes, and there's a wiggle. So if he is dropping, you'll have a little bit of notice at least. But yeah, I'm gonna need to do another attempt. This one's not gonna work. He's kind of going too far. All right, take 3. See if I can get something useful. Okay, so next one, I found a decent position here. I'm under him on nice flat ground. He's going over the water, but it's like on the coast, so there's some spots of land. Yeah, he's turning in a little bit to the coast again. Let's see. It would be really cool is if they had those kind of like grapple points on the bottom, and for him to get low enough sometimes where you could just grapple up on top, swing up. That would be really cool. Kind of Lost Oasis style. Anyone ever played that game? Okay, there's the wiggle, and there's the crystals. I'm right near some land, and I don't see anything. Let's see. No. In the water. Oh, wait, there we go. Finally. Okay, well, at least now I know what it looks like. Divine Beast Crystal. Okay, so some marines and some of that. Whatever that is. Interesting. So that's what I need to harvest the nodes on the back of the Gigantrite. But I don't know what it actually gives. Hopefully something good. Maybe more crystals. We're gonna have to get up on top of him and find out. Where's he going? Okay, so probably heading to the observatory. The observatory is a position of sufficient height where you don't usually get on this guy boarding spot for him. If I get there fast enough. Let's see. Okay, yeah, a bunch of people here waiting. Just like a bus stop. Let's see. Yeah. Well, higher energy crystal. Presumably that's something good, but I don't really know. Okay. Would suck to miss this jump. It's so well designed, it's crazy. I have seen this thing do a roll. It usually does it only over the water, but that would be bad. Okay, so let's see what this gives us. Find one of those nodes again. Okay, there we go. Wow. Really? Stellarite? That's like extremely underwhelming. You would think, given that you have to be under it and get the fallen crystals and mine them and then get back up on top, that it would be something good. But no. Okay, well, at least now you know. That is how to harvest the crystals from the Gigantrite space whale. I hope this was useful. Thank you guys for watching. More Throne of Liberty content coming. As always, take it easy.